Today, I thought I would share with you the simplicity of making hamburgers for the carnivore diet. And this is about as simple as you can get, but we really enjoy doing this. This is kind of a daily thing for us. Pretty much every day, we're eating a hamburger at least 3 or 4 times a week. So here's the way we do it. I buy this meat. This meat is a very good quality meat. I'm going to show you the details on it. Caldwell Farms, and it is Cypress Valley Meat Company. They process it here in Pottsville, Arkansas. This is a good quality beef. Now, what we like about this is it's about an 80-20. It's got plenty of protein to give you what you need for your protein for the day. And, you know, there's companies, fast food companies that sell square hamburgers. I'm not going to mention who it is because they might get upset with me. But we take one of these packages like that, which is exactly 1 pound, and a sharp knife, and we slice it right in half. And you end up with a nice square patty. So I've got my grill over here. It is hot as a firecracker. We're going to go ahead and spread this oil out just a little bit with my spatula. I'm using some avocado oil. I'll make sure everything's oiled up good. Make a little bit of noise for you so you can see something getting ready to happen. So here we go. That is a nice piece of meat. That is a half a pound piece, half a pound square. So we're going to lay him right there. Hopefully he'll stick together good. That's trying to come apart on me a little bit. But this is simplicity, okay? This is the way we do it. And you can see that new little skillet, that thing is a piece of iron. That is a large, I'll show you the profile on it. It's not a regular skillet. It's kind of a low boy. It's low boy, which is great because the less iron you got on the side, that's the less chances of that heat going way up on the side of the pan. We don't need a real hot pan on the side. We need it hot right there in the middle. So avocado oil is what I always coat my skillets with. It's an excellent high smoke oil. It goes to 550 degrees. You see I've got the stove is set for number 7, 70% output. I've got it on the biggest burner. So say, what does your wife like on her hamburgers? Well, she wants them simple. And I mean, she doesn't want anything but just a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt. And then I'm going to put around it some garlic. We'll do that on one of the next steps. So we're going to start with salt and pepper. And we'll also finish it with some butter. Butter is one of the things that you need on carnivore diet. Some people have problems when they eat carnivore. They just don't really get enough fat in their diet a lot of times, and they'll have problems with constipation. Nobody wants to hear about that, but if you've gone on carnivore, you want to hear what the fix is, I guarantee you. So butter is the fix for that. You need to eat plenty of butter. Now, I know for years and years people have told you that red meat and butter, and that's what was causing all the problem. And now the doctors, the real doctors that are real nutritionalist doctors, like Dr. Ken Berry, you can look him up on YouTube, and some of the other doctors, they are heart doctors. They are really loving this carnivore diet because it's an elimination diet. You're getting rid of all your starches and sugars and I mean rice and beans and all that starchy stuff that turns into sugar real quickly. You're eliminating that. So we're real happy with that. It helps you lose weight. It helps you stabilize your blood sugar, which is a very valuable thing. And you don't have problems with sugar diabetes. It'll help you fight off disease. My family had a famous problem with their knees getting replaced. My dad's had his replaced. His mother had hers replaced. His sister had hers replaced. And I don't want to go that route. I don't want a titanium ball, nylon sleeves, and all that junk in my knees. So I began to look at what could I do. Look at this spatula. Golly, that's a $5 spatula. What could I do so that I don't have to have knee replacement? Well, number one, lose 100 pounds of body fat. My body was 278 pounds, and I got to that point. My knees began to hurt a little bit, and I thought, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to sit around and need to have my knees replaced. So asked the doctor about it. He said, well, your blood pressure's starting to go up a little bit. Never had that problem before. So I went on the carnivore diet, carnivore and a little bit of intermittent fasting. And between the two of those, I have lost almost 100 pounds now. So January 1st, my target weight is, I've even trimmed it down a little bit more. I was 278, I wanted to go to 178. I decided to round that right on down to 175. So with a little bit of intermittent fasting and the carnivore diet, which means you get to eat lots of meat. We eat a lot of meat. You can buy this stuff right here from this farm. This is actually a feed store that sells this. They are located in Rosebud, Arkansas. And if you'll look in your local area, you may be in a totally different state or different country. Find somebody that's local and then ask some hard questions like, how do you raise the cow? What are you feeding him? Does he get growth hormone? Is he getting any kind of a bunch of chemicals fed to him? So these are grass-fed cows, and then at the end of their life, they put them on regular feed, which has got some corn and that kind of stuff in it, but it's non-GMO feed. It does not have any weird antibiotics in it. So the cows are well cared for. They're fed very good grass out in the field most of their life and then finished off with grain. And that gives you what Americans like, which is that marbly meat that's got the good fat in it. So you can see what this is doing. This is very simple. A good way to tell where you're at on this is get you a digital thermometer and plug it in. It won't take you long to find out where you're at. You can see now that's, if you push too far, you'll touch the bottom of the pan. So you got to kind of back it out just a skosh, and you can see that's 99, 100 degrees. That's not near done yet. So we like to take ours up to about 150, 160. My wife sometimes likes it a little bit medium, and sometimes she likes it a little bit better done. It does help to kind of rotate these around, because sometimes these pans will be a little bit hotter in one area than the other. So that's worth a little note. Do a little swap-roo on them. I'm making a huge mess, but I've also got a brand new case of paper towels, so we're going to make this happen. Now, if your fat gets to be too much, don't throw it away. Always take you another container and just pour the fat off into that other container. So I'll be doing some of that here just in a minute. Let's see what I can come up with. Just have me a pan right here handy. That's what we're going to do, so I don't make too big of a mess. That's a lot of fat, but we don't want to waste it. Carnivore people do not throw their fat away. We'll pour that right over the meat. We'll reuse it. We'll use it for our dog food sometimes. If we got extra, we'll sprinkle a little bit on the dog food, and they love it. There's that. See, that was getting a little bit crazy. And now, no more crazy. That's good to have. Nothing a few paper towels won't take care of. Let's go ahead and flip this back over. See how easy? I'm not going to tell you the company that sells these. I don't want to have problems with anybody. People are sensitive, and I don't want to hurt any other company. But there is a fast food. They're not bad. They're pretty good quality beef. But they sell hamburgers that are square. They stick out over the buns. We do not eat buns. That bread is what makes you fat. Bread is made out of starchy stuff. The starchy stuff quickly turns into sugar in your gut, and that sugar is not good for you. You'll be looking at diabetes by the time you get 100 pounds overweight. You hit the age of about 55 or 60. That doctor will be talking about you're going to have to be taking some shots pretty soon. And we don't want to do that. So let's give this another touch of salt and pepper while I got that right here handy. Make this real simple. Get ready to add some garlic here in a minute. There's a little bit of black pepper. You may not see me add the garlic because I'm probably going to lay that on the pan, put this on real low. But you get the general idea. This is how we deal with regular old, just garden variety. Want to have a burger, you can put you some Frank's hot sauce on this, or a little squirt of mustard, whatever you like as a little topping. We just avoid all the all the other stuff. We don't use the lettuce and mayonnaise and all that stuff. That processed, super processed stuff, you don't want that in your system. So this is a good quality beef. It's being cooked properly on a piece of iron that holds the heat good. Now I'm gonna turn that 7 down on low. So we dropped him way down on low. And another thing you can do to amplify your heat a little bit, you can also take your lid. Let's see if I can come up with a lid. Voila. There's my lid, which will amplify my heat, keep it all stored in there. And then I'll go get me some garlic. We'll add that and I'll be right back with you here in a second. Okay, we made it back. So I've got the garlic all paper removed, and in there some nice little chunks of fresh garlic. That's sitting there cooking in the oil. And then for butter, my wife loves this stuff right here. Kerrygold Pure Irish Butter. And that's a very good quality butter. And I've just put a couple of pads of that, I guess that's a tablespoon per. Got a nice dark brown, almost black. And some people pay extra in a restaurant to have something blackened, but boy, it's a good thing on beef. It really brings out the flavor. So now to amplify that heat just a little bit, all we got to do is bring that stainless steel pan. That may touch the butter, but we're not worried. It's gonna melt off, and the next thing you know, she'll have a beautiful pan of meat. 2 hamburgers, each one of them half a pound. She can eat both of them, or she can share with me, or however we want to do it. But one thing with carnivore is you can eat lots of good protein. You can eat good quality fat like that with the butter, and drink you some good water, and she'll put a little bit of electrolytes sometimes in her water, and that gives you lots of minerals, vitamins, and it will really help you not be hungry. So you could eat that whole pound and it'd be about 1,100 calories, or you could drive through McDonald's and get you a burger and French fries and a big Coke, and you're gonna go over 1,100. But we don't have to count calories. We're not eating the sugar. So you can eat as much beef in a day as what you can handle. You could have some chicken to go along with it on the side, some shrimp. You could eat eggs in the morning. You could eat 4 or 5 eggs, 4 or 5 slices of bacon. But no cakes, no donuts, no ho-hos, no soda pops. Just a good quality. You can drink milk. You can have all the butter and meat and some cheese, some heavy cream, things like that. If it comes from an animal, you can eat it. You can have all your fishes. She loves sardines. She eats sardines out of a can. But the thing is, this diet will help you lose weight. You do not have to be starving on the carnivore diet. So I want to thank you for visiting with us here at Whimsical Farm. This is the Carnivore Diet with Ashley channel. Please tap that little subscribe, just a little light tap on it, and a like if you learned anything or it's encouraging to you. And don't forget about adding the butter to your meals. If you're having a little problem with constipation, just a little bit of butter, and your body will have that to burn the fat from it and keep you in good shape, make everything be all lubed up. You'll run like a well-oiled machine. So thank you again for visiting us, and hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you later. Bye for now.